that information? Why would you trust propaganda from somebody who is, right now, based on the conversation I had earlier, President Biden called for him to be removed from power. Why would you want to trust anything? Why would we want to have Putin at all? And why would you want to trust anything Putin had to say about Hunter Biden?
Well, it's sort of interesting because Russian collusion, we were going to believe everything that was coming out of Russia a few years ago when it was about Donald Trump. But that said, that my answer to the question was more sarcastic than it was anything, because I said this is a war criminal that he's suggesting provides evidence that there's been a crime committed by Hunter Biden and by the Bidens.
So you think the former president, so what you're saying is that was sarcasm? You believe the former president shouldn't be? I mean, I'm sorry, it comes across as almost a bit unpatriotic to ask literally the enemy of the free world right now for propaganda for a political opponent. I mean, it just seemed like a horrendous thing to do by the former president, no?
Chuck, here's the reality. If Hunter Biden's name was Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, you guys would be treating the war in Ukraine like it was a Boy Scout camp gone bad.
Senator, that is the laziest attack. It is not about the media.
Honest.
It doesn't matter about the media. Is it the right thing to do for the former president of the United States to ask an enemy of the free world to do this?
Well, what the former president is doing is nothing compared to what the current president is doing in this circumstance. That's really the bigger issue. Donald Trump is Donald Trump. He hasn't changed. He's not going to change. It's more interesting to the Washington press corps than it is to the general public. Was it the wisest thing in the world to say? Perhaps not, but he's Donald Trump, and he says these things. And the reality is that Vladimir Putin is a war criminal. I wouldn't trust anything that came out of it. If he had actual evidence that a crime was committed, if any of us had evidence that a crime was committed, we ought to present it. That's obvious. The problem is, to your point, the source would not be a trustworthy source, obviously. But once again, Donald Trump baited you all, and you all took the bait, and now we're having a discussion about the Bidens.
Look, I'm not going to